Welcome to Around the Horn. I'm your host, Ray Flowers, right here at FantasyAlarm.com. First thing to start talking about, obviously, the Cy Young Awards are gone. Clayton Kershaw wins that award. Corey Kluber wins that award. What happens in the MVP voting? Let's go to the National League. Clayton Kershaw wins that one too. Now, I don't believe a pitcher should be able to win both awards. Philosophically, I don't. There's an award for pitchers. It's called the Cy Young Award. Shouldn't be also eligible to win the MVP trophy. Number one, a starting pitcher plays one of every 5 games. Even if you're the best player in baseball, you're only affecting 1 out of every 5 games. You simply can't win the MVP award playing 1 of every 5 games. Secondly, the fact that Kershaw won this award is really shocking to me, given that he threw 198 innings. He started the season late because of injury. Kershaw didn't even pitch 200 innings, which I would think that, if we're going to talk about the MVP, I don't care how good Kershaw was, he was stupendous. Stupendous. .86 ERA, 1.77 WHIP, 21-3. If you're going to give a guy an MVP award, doesn't he have to throw more than 200 innings? I mean, for goodness sakes, Johnny Cueto, who came in second in the voting, made 7 more starts than Clayton Kershaw. 7. He started 20% more games than Clayton Kershaw did. Just let that sink in before you say Clayton Kershaw was deserving of the MVP award. He wasn't. The voters got it wrong. Again, stupendous, the best pitcher in baseball, the Cy Young Award winner in baseball this year. All that stuff totally true. He should not have won the MVP award. By the way, first National League pitcher to win the MVP and the Cy Young in the same season since 1968 when Bob Gibson had that 1.12 ERA. The only 2 other National League pitchers to win the MVP and the Cy Young Award in the same season, Don Newcomb, Sandy Koufax. Yeah, they're both Dodgers too. Let's go, same area, Southern California, for the AL victor in the MVP voting, Mike Trout, obviously. Now, Mike Trout became the 10th unanimous selection in MVP voting history. Kudos to him for that. 5th youngest MVP of all time as well. Now, what's really interesting about Trout's season is you can make a very good case after finishing second 2 years in a row, before winning it this year, that this was the worst of the 3 seasons for Trout. Easily you can make that case. I mean, his OPS was a 3-year low. You look at his batting average, it fell 35 points from where it was the previous 2 seasons. After averaging 41 steals the previous 2 seasons, he stole 16 this year. Not taking anything away from Trout. I'm not saying he shouldn't have won the MVP award. He should have. And he had a great season. He wasn't the player he was the previous 2 years. Interesting how that works out. Again, look out for him next season, by the way. That steal thing is very important. Very important. The strikeouts went way up this year. The batting average went way down. And his steal total was cut in half from his average the previous 2 seasons. We don't know if it's going to come back or not. And if it doesn't come back, maybe there's some debate over who the #1 pick in fantasy baseball is. Probably not. Okay, let's start talking about one of the best, if not the best power hitter in baseball. That's Giancarlo Stanton. Rumors had it that he didn't want to sign with the Marlins. And everyone pretty much believed that. Looks like the Marlins taking that to heart are doing what they can to maybe overpay Stanton. Now, Stanton just turned 25 years old, so he's a young guy. Huge future ahead of him. Could be headed to the Hall of Fame. Reports suggest, from Ken Rosenthal, a reliable source, that the Marlins could be getting ready to close a deal with Giancarlo Stanton where they give him 12 years for $320 million. Now, this is the same Marlins club that needs all kinds of public funding to pay for their stadium. This is the same Marlins club that has literally torn itself apart multiple times over the last 20 years. Building winning teams and then pulling them apart because they can't afford anything. How the hell are they affording a $300+ million contract? I'll tell you how. They're crooks. And you can go on the internet, you can find all this information about the fact that they duped the public, that they got a bunch of money they didn't deserve, etc., etc. But the bottom line is the Marlins are looking to do something huge. Paying Stanton all that money is not going to help him win more baseball games. It's a really dubious decision on the field because they're not going to be increasing payroll to $150 million or anything like that a season. So paying that much to one player is a bad decision, but it looks like they're going to try to make it a reality. Now, on the flip side, Jose Fernandez, apparently they're negotiating a long-term contract extension with him. It's not going as well, and I can understand that. Fernandez, one of the best pitchers in baseball when healthy, is out with Tommy John surgery. He should be back in June or July of this season. He's going to want the money deserving of a player his age with his accomplishments. The Marlins are probably going to say, hey, look, we're coming back from Tommy John surgery. Let's slow play this. Not surprising they're having problems working that out. Don't think they will work that out unless they decide to overpay him as well. He'll probably take a shot on himself. When he gets to arbitration, he's going to start making a crap ton of money anyway. Salvador Perez, did you know that he caught 158 games this season? Why is that significant? It's the most games ever caught in the history of baseball in one season. 158 of the 162 games he started at catcher. Now, the Royals say, hey, we're going to pull back on that next year. Good idea. Yeah, let's not blow the guy out before he hits 30 years old. 17 home runs, 70 RBIs. Those numbers could come back a little bit. He's still not the 20 home run threat people thought he would be. I don't know if he develops into that hitter or not. But if he plays 10, 15 less games, that number doesn't figure to grow. The 260 batting average, the 289 on base percentage, below his standards. Might be a reflection of the fact he was tired. We'll see if less games played in 2015 causes both those numbers to rebound. Let's go to the bullpen here before we close things out. Joel Hanrahan signs a one-year deal with the Tigers. $1 million, $2.5 million in incentives. Coming back from Tommy John surgery, didn't pitch at all last year. He'll look to fill a role with the Tigers. He might even get some save work. You never know how that's going to go. Right now, it's Nathan, I guess, in the lead. You've got Soria there, too. Hanrahan, if he can get back to full health, another nice arm to add in the bullpen. And then finally, the situation with the White Sox. Nate Jones was supposed to be the guy, hurt his back, hurt his arm, Tommy John surgery, didn't do anything last season, may not do anything in 2015, we don't know yet. So it looks like Jacob Petricka is the guy that's the leader for that ninth inning job with the White Sox. A report today suggesting the White Sox might go and add another arm, but Petricka is someone that they have confidence in. Should they? I don't think they should. Less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings last year. Not a good number. More than 4 walks per 9 innings last season. Not a good number. Now, a massive ground ball rate, 63%. What we're basically talking about in terms of the overall performance is something Jim Johnson-like. Not a lot of strikeouts, tons of ground balls. Petricka couldn't have tremendous success with that approach. He also could run into some trouble. Can't put batters away, puts too many on with the free pass. When those sinker ballers get the ball up, they get hammered for home runs. Risky for them, the White Sox, to count on the guy who was 14 for 18 in converting saves last year. Nice guy to have, nice guy to take a shot on in an AL only, but not someone I'm going to be pushing in mixed leagues because the skills don't suggest superstar, doesn't suggest long-term success in a 9th inning role. I'm Ray Flowers. It's been Around the Horn for FantasyAlarm.com. Don't forget to visit FantasyAlarm.com for more exciting articles in baseball, in football, and basketball. Yeah, I tell you that all the time. Come visit FantasyAlarm.com. You'll see what I'm talking about. Hope you all have a great weekend. Take care.